Again, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is your boy Lewis. Welcome back to the Lewis Basketball Network. I am back with a second consecutive video. Once again with another banger, man. Make sure you subscribe to my channel if you're new. Make sure to hit the like button and make sure you share this video, man. Only helps the channel grow. Truly appreciate it. Just when I was looking out at the bright sky and a beautiful sunny day here in New York on a Tuesday afternoon, early part of the week, just when I think ESPN couldn't get any worse, they decide to get worse, ladies and gentlemen. And how? Because the one and only Max Kellermann, mind you, decides to find a new topic to talk about. And it's like, the more things change, the more they stay the same, right? Well, hold on. Excuse me. Got a phone call. Hello? ESPN speaking. Oh, hey, Max. How's it going? You coming into work today, right? Yeah. Sounds great. What are we going to talk about today? We're not going to talk about LeBron, right? No way, man. No, because people are getting sick and tired of you talking about LeBron every day. The man's not in the playoffs. I mean, look what the Blazers and the Nuggets are doing. And, they've had a great series. I mean, the Warriors and Rockets, that's a tied 2-2 series. But for some reason, you guys want to keep talking about LeBron, right? What's that? Oh, you want to talk about a new topic today? Oh, that sounds great. I think it'd be nice and refreshing. What do you want to talk about? Kobe Bryant. What's happened with Kobe recently? Yeah, I heard Kawhi gave that 39 piece against the Sixers, man, with 11 biscuits. Oh, no, I'm sorry. My correction. 14 biscuits, right? And 5 sides of cookies, right? Yeah. Wait. So the topic is Kawhi's better than Kobe? He's a better scorer than Kobe Bryant? He's better under pressure? Gold. All right, we're going to go with that. Click. Max Kellermann is disgusting, ladies and gentlemen. Disgusting. Either he's trolling or he's a real Kobe hater. I mean, here's my thing with Kobe Bryant. When we rate Kobe Bryant in terms of the all-time greats, people are going to have him. The Kobe fan base will say, Kobe's my GOAT. So he's number one. He's the greatest player of all time. Objective Kobe fans will say either he's not in the top 10 or he is in the top 10. Just slightly above. Slightly down or slightly above. But they speak objectively about him. And then you got the Kobe haters who will say he's not even top 15 or top 20. Kobe's probably a top 30 player because they just couldn't stand him because he didn't do the things that their favorite player did. Right? So it's very mixed about Kobe, and it depends on your preference. Me, I am a Kobe fan, but I can be objective about him. Originally, people have said that I'm such a Kobe fanboy because of how I defended Kobe. Now, if you watch my past videos, I've talked about why Kobe is actually one of the more underappreciated players in NBA history, while other people say that Kobe's highly overrated. And people, I get it. They tend to overrate Kobe a bit. And even I have to be like, yo, higgity, like pause on that. Where do I rank Kobe Bryant? Originally, I had him out of my top 10 because I looked at the 10 guys that I originally had above him. And if you want to check out my top 10 list, you got to go way back into the videos that I had did like earlier when I first started this channel. And I talked about the top 10 players that I had on my list and why Kobe just missed the top 10. Because I felt like the other 10 players were more impactful than Kobe Bryant was. I mean, and which is one of the reasons that I actually put Kobe Bryant in the top 10 because that was not fault of his own. It was because, again, he wasn't going to start over Eddie Jones and, Kobe wasn't there yet. So, and people forget that Kobe didn't really start until midway into his third season. But the more I studied Kobe's career, especially in his prime before his injuries, that was when I realized that Kobe doesn't get enough respect. And as a matter of fact, you could even make a case. I made a case as to why Kobe deserves actually to be in the top 10. And currently, I have him at number 7 on my list. I feel like Kobe is not top 5. I feel like Kobe is not the greatest. But Kobe is definitely a top 10 player of all time in my book. Everybody else are going to have their opinions. And people kind of honestly forget about the era that Kobe Bryant played in. For one, Kobe Bryant played in arguably the toughest defensive year in NBA history in 2004. And he played in a very tough defensive era in the early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s. Like when Kobe was coming to his own, like he played in a very tough defensive era. Maybe it might have been as tough as the, 90s, like for the most part. But like Kobe was in that mid to late 90s, era of defense. So, that's what people really tend to forget. And quite honestly, Kobe's field goal percentage was actually either at or above the league average. When you look at, and you should look these up, but I've always said that Kobe was either at or above league average, which tells you that Kobe played pretty well. And to be honest with you, historically in the NBA, guards or forwards who shoot 45% are actually considered, it's actually considered great in just about any era. You have to understand something. Centers are always going to have a high field goal percentage because their game is predicated around the basket, layups and dunks. Okay? That's how centers have such a high field goal percentage, especially when they can't shoot 10 to 15 feet. Some of them really can't shoot. It's just predicated on layups and dunks. Kobe's a perimeter player who can drive to the basket. So his shots are going to be much tougher. Yeah, he could take mid-range shots, but let's face it, he's shooting in the perimeter. It's not like if Kobe's shooting, down low. Because if Kobe played 15 feet down like Michael Jordan and takes less three-pointers, Kobe would be shooting 50% or better, for sure. But he took more three-pointers. And yes, we talk about his shot selection, obviously, but, it is what it is with Kobe Bryant. So it's, give or take, right? But Max Kellermann, ladies and gentlemen, decides to be a ultimate troll. And the look that Stephen A. and Jay Williams gave him this morning, I just looked and said, Max, I knew you didn't know basketball. But after what you just said, you really don't know basketball. So Molly's going to start off with the question. And basically, they're just going to talk about it. And I'm going to chime in, basically. And it's about 7 minutes. So, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy. And you're going to get my thoughts on it, man.
Is Kawhi actually a better player under pressure than the great Kobe Bryant?
Yes, he is. Kobe.
Right there, I'm telling you right now, I need to get an axe and chop Max's head off with just the asinine comment that he just made right there. Look at Stephen A's face. Yo, my man Jay Williams about to walk off the set, bro.
No one had more heart than Kobe. Like, Kobe's not scared of anything. But because Kobe was the best bad shot maker who ever lived, he would take a lot of bad shots under pressure because he knew he could make them. But just look at how often he made them compared to what Kawhi is doing. Kawhi takes higher percentage shots and makes them more often.
My man Jay Williams with the rock eyebrow, like, what you talking about, nigga? Yo, Stephen A look like he about to set that dude straight, yo. Yo, Stephen A got the face that look like when your mom is talking to you and you don't even want to hear her bullshit.
Under pressure than Kobe Bryant did. I'm not making it up. When you try to divide...
Bro, Jay Williams hasn't even changed his face from the moment Max Kellermann is speaking. Bro, yo, you can't make this stuff up, man. Let ESPN once again at its finest, ladies and gentlemen.
I know you're both going to just assert that I'm wrong. But when you say, just can't look at the numbers, you understand statistics are records of...
Yo, Jay Williams want to know, coming looking at him like, this brother is one stupid ass right now talking like, y'all need to cut this nigga's mic off right now. Stephen A is going to be like, yo, put the camera on me right now. Put it on me. The blasphemous comments that you decide to make, Max Kellermann. I cannot believe the gall, the audacity to talk about that Kawhi Leonard, who is one of the best defensive players in the game and arguably a top 2 player in the game, but better than Kobe Bryant? How dare you? How dare you disrespect the black mama like that?
That's when they say in late and close games, Kobe Bryant shot inefficiently. His team got less efficient. Those numbers are record.
Max, I think you really need to watch my videos because there's a lot of Kobe Bryant myths that have happened throughout his career on a lot of things. I've made a video on the myths about Kobe Bryant. You should check it out. It is a 3-part video where I cover a lot of myths about Kobe Bryant that just are not true. And actually why Kobe was actually one of the more efficient players that nobody really talks about. So if you haven't got the opportunity, please check it out. I definitely might probably leave a link in the description so that you guys can check it out and take a look at it.
Of events that occurred, we could go back and watch the video and you will see they all occurred. Kawhi Leonard, under pressure, ain't missing. He's already been a finals MVP, and that was before he was in his...
Bro, let's make it real, man. You acting like if Kawhi went to 7 to 10 NBA finals. Kawhi only went to 2. And do you forget who he played with? The Spurs were one of the best passing teams in the league. They had an all-time great team, that 2014 Spurs team, and not one player on that team was a superstar. Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili. You can make a case that probably Tony Parker maybe even gets a Finals MVP with the way he played. They played good team ball. It's just Kawhi Leonard shot the ball very well. I mean, and he only averaged 13 points. It's funny. If you look at him and Andre Iguodala, both of them won Finals MVP averaging less than 15 points a game. That's what's so crazy. If you look at most of the Finals MVPs in NBA history, they averaged over 20. Over 20. Chauncey Billups is a point guard, and he averaged 21 in the Finals. Paul Pierce averaged, 21 also? When he won his Finals MVP? But Kawhi Leonard and Iguodala, two role players in NBA history, won Finals MVP averaging less than at least 15 points a game. And it happened to happen against LeBron-led teams. Funny. No disrespect to Kawhi Leonard. He's a great player. He's having an unbelievable season and an unbelievable playoffs and a former two-time Defensive Player of the Year. But Max Kellermann is talking like if Kawhi has already had a better career than Kobe Bryant when his career hasn't even been made yet. Who is Kawhi working out with? Answer that question, Max Kellermann.
Kawhi Leonard is also playing defense under pressure. Like, Kawhi is one of the greatest. He's in the conversation for greatest defensive player who ever lived.
Max Kellermann, I'm revoking your fake NBA license because you never had a license to begin with, but I'm removing your ESPN card, so you will be not allowed to come to work tomorrow. Matter of fact, for the rest of this week, because I don't want to see your ass after that comment.
I don't even really think about his offense, except right now, he's shooting 60% from the field in the playoffs.
62. Look how wrong you was at with that, your information. Wow.
A former Finals MVP before he entered his prime is shooting 60.
And let me guess. I bet what you're going to say is when Kobe was Kawhi's age, Kobe had 0 Finals MVPs, right? Wait for it.
In the playoffs. The best offensive player, including KD, was also in his prime, but Kawhi's not playing with Steph and Clay. So under pressure, yes, Kawhi is better than Kobe was. I think that...
Yo, Jay said, I came into the morning for this. Let's go to commercial. Oh, Stephen A. about to go in. Stephen A., set this MFer straight right now.
It's hard to get into why because I'm trying to explain. I'm trying to be...
Yo, Jay had to stretch his legs for a moment like, yo. Yo, does Max Kellermann's face look punchable right now with the comments he said? Listen, you know what? Since Max is so good at boxing, put on a pair of trunks, put on a pair of boxing gloves, and challenge him to a match. Let's go one-on-one right now. You and me in the ring.
Max, here's my point.
Oh, yeah. Stephen A., you speaking facts. Straight facts. Not disrespectful. Hella disrespectful.
Here's my point. When you look at numbers, you can make an argument in favor of Kawhi in a variety of ways.
This is what I've always said about Kobe Bryant. People always love to bring up statistics when it comes to Kobe Bryant and never really look deep into the numbers. That's what I did in terms of the myths. And in terms of Kobe Bryant was never like this efficient player. And I looked at Kobe's like player efficiency rating. Check out the PER myth as well. People made it seem like if Kobe was never really like this efficient player, and Kobe was actually either in the top 10 or top 5 or top 3 in player efficiency just about every single year. You know, there were probably maybe a couple of years where Kobe kind of dipped down, but like when you look at Kobe's prime, Kobe was one of the more efficient players in the NBA. It's just that people just always want to look at the outside stats that Kobe shot 44%, 43%. He didn't really do much, but they never really dug deep. And, you know, that's what Max does. He's an analytics guy. He's all about the advanced stats. That's why he's always going to look at those first, but not realizing that it just takes more than stats to really analyze an individual player. So it's like you can tell a lot more by watching games more than stats on a player. So
let me tell you something. When you sit up there and you say statistics are a record of history of what actually transpired, that's not always the case. You know, I remember one time, Max, I know players, for example, you know, you played well in a particular game or you played poor in another game because you had something going on at home. There's a lot of things that go on that somehow, some way infiltrate the proceedings to some degree and get in the way of what's transpiring. Here's what I will tell you. I think you are completely focused on what you've seen from Kobe on the tail, and I don't know that to be the case, but I believe that. I'm thinking about the Kobe Bryant that won 5 titles. I'm thinking about the Kobe Bryant that only scored 28 in an overtime win en route to LA's first title when they beat Indiana. But
you know what's so crazy about that Indiana series, Stephen A., that a lot of people just never like to talk about? The first thing that Kobe haters love to do, people that can't stand him, they're always going to talk about how Kobe averaged 15 points to Shaq's 30, 36 points a game. Ladies and gentlemen, what happened in game 2 of that series? Kobe played 9 minutes, only took 4 shots. And the one jump shot he made, because you know how the people keep talking about how the Warriors land in the Rockets, you know, land space when it comes to James Harden and how he's always getting fouled and all this kind of stuff, trying to bait the referees into always calling in this whole landing space. When I'm going to ask you again, how do you step back? How do you step forward? How do you go forward on a step back? Which is what James Harden does a lot. And then like, well, if they land in his landing spot and he injured his ankle, he's going to seriously get hurt. Well, guess what? Back in 2000, in Game 2 of the NBA Finals, Jalen Rose did exactly that when Kobe made that jump shot. He stepped into Kobe's landing spot, and Kobe severely injured his ankle, which Jalen Rose later admitted, because they knew that a healthy Kobe Bryant was going to give that Indiana team problems. And they knew, especially Jalen, that if they were going to have a chance to win the series, Kobe could not be a factor in that series. Also, they failed to mention that on a bad ankle, Kobe missed Game 3. Now, Kobe struggled in the last 2 games of the series, in Games 5 and 6. Kobe had 26, 10, and 4, but he didn't shoot the ball well. He was 8 of 27. Kobe only had 8 points, I think, in an NBA Finals game, and I think he was 3 for something. He didn't play great. But in Game 4, when the Lakers were up 2-1, when the Pacers took Game 3, and Shaq fouls out, Kobe Bryant had, I think, 22 points up to that point. Excuse me. He had 20 points. Kobe makes 3 straight baskets and makes the game-winning layup with 5.2 seconds to go. Kobe doesn't play like that. The Lakers are in a deadlock 2-2 tie. The Pacers win Game 5. Then the Lakers are going to have to win 2 games at home. They possibly lose the series. That's how important, that's how big Kobe Bryant came when Shaq let them down with the foul trouble. But see, the media is never going to talk about the fact that Kobe missed games. That's going to lower his field goal percentage. He only attempted 4 shots in Game 2. He missed all of Game 3 and missed most of Game 2. He only played 9 minutes in Game 2. But the media is never going to want to talk about that, right?
Call Shaq fouling out, and everybody was in an uproar, and Kobe walked over to him.
People even forget Shaq was one of the first people to hug Kobe Bryant and said, "Thank you for making me look good after I let the team down." And he loved the confidence that Kobe Bryant had. But Max, all he wants to do is focus on numbers.
And said, "I got it." When you talk about clutch numbers, people might be talking about.
And even Kobe said in the interview, one of the things that I wanted to do, I can't let my brothers down. And he said, it wasn't my time yet, so I knew it was your team, so I took a step back. But people don't want to listen to that. Okay? That's what they don't want to listen to.
Oh, what transpired in the last 2 minutes? Or the game is within 3 points, and what did you do at this particular moment? Or Kobe's a volume shooter. I'm thinking about the process that transpired that led up to those moments where Kobe carried you. I'm thinking about a Shaquille O'Neal who leaves as the most dominant force in the game, and Kobe takes over the Lakers and still guides them to 3 consecutive trips to the finals and back-to-back titles.
People talk about Pau Gasol, and I've always said this. Pau Gasol he's an all-star player. He's very skilled, but he wasn't a dominant center. Kobe won with Pau Gasol. Yes, he had Andrew Bynum, but Andrew Bynum wasn't really healthy. He was healthy enough again in the championships, but he wasn't healthy. Andrew Bynum had a lot of knee injuries. People forget about that. I mean, people even forget that in the 2008 NBA Finals, Lamar Odom was primarily guarding Paul Pierce. And he admitted after that series, I was so lost in the finals. I was so lost. When I hear a player say they were so lost in terms of what to do, it just tells me mentally they were not there. I know they're going to say, well, Kobe as the best player, you don't do this, da-da-da-da-da. This is how great Kobe Bryant is. James Posey, Tony Allen, real hard-nosed, good physical defenders. And James Posey, a very good three-point shooter, mind you, and a very good defender. People forget the amount of bodies they threw at Kobe. Kobe was getting doubled and triple team a lot. Did Kobe take the best shots? No. Was Kobe the greatest leader? No. I will say this. Kobe was a better leader in the second half of his career, and he did a much better job of managing and understanding the game later in his career. I thought that's when Kobe really elevated his greatness, because I always thought Kobe was a great talent in the first half of his career. But then in the second half, he really became a great player, really understanding the X's and O's of basketball.
Gasol and Andrew Bynum and guys like that. I'm thinking about those.
You see what Masters Kellermann is trying to do? I know Paul Gasol is a Hall of Famer, but basically what Stephen A is trying to say is that Kobe played with a superstar in their first three-peat with the first three championships. Kobe in his second three-peat in terms of going to the finals and then winning back-to-back championships, he won it with an all-star. As like I said before, Paul Gasol made one all-star team. He never won a playoff series. Never didn't even win a playoff game right up until he got traded to the Lakers and started playing with Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant actually helped Paul Gasol become more tougher, and he actually made more All-NBA teams playing with Kobe because he never won any playing with Memphis. So quite honestly, Kobe made Paul Gasol a better player. Andrew Bynum is on record saying that Kobe Bryant helped him make a better player, as Andrew Bynum made an all-star team in 2012. Derek Fisher talks about how great about Kobe, Sasha Vujacic, Lamar Odom. Like, in the second half of career, Luke Walton, in the second half of Kobe's career, a lot of guys talk very good about him. Kobe was a much better teammate in the second half. In the first half, not so much. Okay, Kobe had his rifts with some of the guys, but especially with Shaq. But he definitely was a better teammate in the second half of his career.
And then I'm saying, because I'm going to leave some of this to Jay Williams to break down, but I'm going to say this to you, Max. When we talk about Kawhi Leonard, nobody's taking anything away from his greatness.
No.
Nobody's taking away anything from his skill set.
Nope.
But when you were playing with Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili, and Tony Parker,
thank you, sir.
Yes, you showed up and you helped propel them because you defended against LeBron, and obviously you played decently as well. Kawhi Leonard just started averaging 20 points per game a couple of years ago.
Thank you.
Kawhi Leonard just became an offensive force a couple of years ago.
Thank you.
We haven't seen Kawhi Leonard have to carry the load that Kobe had to carry. And
exactly, because this is really the first season that Kawhi Leonard is being the guy on his team being able to carry. I mean, he was even playing with LaMarcus Aldridge the last couple of seasons. Kawhi Leonard is a better player, and I don't know what's going on with LaMarcus Aldridge, but I just feel like he is more of a complimentary player. Like, people have looked and said, yo, can LaMarcus Aldridge be the guy? Can he come a big? No, LaMarcus Aldridge is a complimentary all-star player. I see it. He can't be your best player on a championship team neither. And it's like, in this era, you need a dominant wing. Dominant wings are going to win you championships. The big man is really kind of lost. It's like they're really more complementary to winning championships. Back then, you had to build your team around the big in order to win a championship. In today's era, you have to do it through a dominant wing, whether it's a dominant guard or a dominant forward that can carry a team. Kawhi Leonard, this is really the first season that he's showing you that. And I said that when Kawhi shows even more consistency is when you're going to see more of the best of Kawhi Leonard, because the best of Kawhi Leonard is yet to come.
Ultimately elevate the Lakers. We
When
haven't
Kobe
seen
was
Kawhi Leonard
Kawhi's
do that
age, he had
yet.
0 finals MVPs.
I'm not talking age.
You see what Max Kellermann is trying to do again? Yo, this guy's ridiculous, man. Ridiculous. Let me get his ESPN license, man. That dude is done. I'm going to take it and I'm going to revoke it. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to split it in half, put it in the shredder. Stop talking basketball. And you better watch it because I might do your boxing license as well.
Remember, Kobe came straight out of high school, so we're not talking age.
Right, so he had more time to get finals MVPs.
All I'm trying to say to you is, wait a minute here.
Like, if Kobe Bryant didn't play with Shaq, like, Max is ridiculous right now. I told you, Kobe Bryant was drafted by Charlotte and traded into a situation where Shaq was the best player and Kobe was 18 years old. 17 when he was drafted, but he wasn't going to start over Eddie Jones. And as a matter of fact, Eddie Jones made 2 All-Star teams. Eddie Jones is no slouch. He wasn't going to start over. Kobe wasn't going to start over him. And Del Harris was not a fan of Kobe's playing style. That's why Kobe didn't get the minutes early in his career. Del didn't like it so much that he decided to throw Kobe under the bus, and Kobe shot those 3 air balls. But Kobe had the talent from day one. He had the desire to be the best from day one. He just didn't get the minutes because Del Harris was not a fan of the way he played. Simple as that. Due to coaching. And he wasn't going to start Kobe over Eddie Jones and have him playing the same lineup. But come on, man. With Shaq being the best player, let's face it, Kobe wasn't going to get the Finals MVPs.
Kobe did what he did like his 4th year in the league, for crying out like it's giving it.
He's more talented than Kawhi.
Listen, we heard you. We heard you. What I'm saying to you is Kawhi has not been placed with that onus on his shoulders and shown us that he could do what Kobe has already done to even be worthy of being in this conversation yet. He hasn't done it yet.
I hate every time I come on the show. I feel like I disagree with you, Max. Every time I come on the show, I disagree with you. I don't know why.
There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with that, man. It's called a difference of opinion. I mean, unless there's Max says something that you agree with, again, it doesn't matter if you have a difference of opinion, Jay Williams. So you need to just stick to your guns, honestly.
It just naturally works out that way.
Don't hate it. Welcome to my world.
So 5 months ago, or 4 months ago, did you think that Kawhi was better than Kobe?
Was better? What better under pressure?
No, Max, don't stutter in because you just got caught in your own lie. That's a good question, Jay Williams. Would you say 4 to 5 months ago, was Kawhi Leonard better than Kobe Bryant? Because if people forgot, Kawhi Leonard missed 73 games last year. And his health was up in the air due to the quad injury. And as Skip likes to call so much, Kawhi quit on our team because his reports were inconsistent and that the Spurs doctor said that he was clear to play and that Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili, and Pop all called out Kawhi for his BS bogus of an injury. And Kawhi could have been cleared to play, but he chose to take time off. I don't know how consistent those reports are. I don't know what's true or what not. But the bottom line is Kawhi missed most of that season that year.
Better under pressure than Kobe? Did you think
I thought it was an open question. I think Kawhi is still essential.
So now what Kawhi has done in one playoff series has confirmed to you that he is more clutch than Kobe Bryant. One playoff series.
What I am measuring.
Because this sounds like a case of recency bias to me.
Well, okay.
Well, Jay Williams, you have a recency bias toward LeBron James. But in this case right here, Jay Williams just says, shots fired, Max.
Kobe Bryant, there's a big misunderstanding about Kobe under pressure. Everyone calls him the closer. In fact, it has been demonstrated, and like people who have looked at it, we all got that great feeling about him because he could make bad shots, and he did it. He wasn't scared. But in fact, he got less efficient, and his team got less efficient in the closing moments of games when Kobe would so-called take over. And that's the opposite effect that Kawhi has.
Here's the problem with your argument, Max. I actually agree with you in terms of Kobe gets kind of overrated in terms of his clutchness a lot. In terms of Kobe, to me, he did a lot of intangibles when it came to big moments, more than trying to hit like game winners or being able to take over a game. But to be honest with you, Kobe Bryant, you got to really watch him in the finals. I mean, I remember in Game 3 in 2002 against the New Jersey Nets, one of the weakest teams to ever play in an NBA Finals. Kobe Bryant scored 36 points, made some key baskets in the fourth quarter. And in Kobe's playoff career, if people really look at it, Kobe's big plays have a lot of it has happened in the earlier rounds when the Lakers had to go through tough physical teams just to get to the NBA Finals. People could talk about how, Shaq gets a lot of the double team and all this kind of stuff, and Kobe play weak guards. The bottom line is, if Shaq doesn't take advantage of the mismatch, are the Lakers winning any championships in the finals? No. If Kobe doesn't take advantage of his matchups with the guards, is Kobe going to be remembered as a champion and the Lakers are going to win? No. That's why it sounds so ridiculous. Both players needed each other. They complement each other. That's how you're going to win. It takes a team to win a title. So Jay Williams is right on the money because it's recency bias. And Max chose today on a Tuesday on a beautiful sunny day to hate on Kobe Bryant. And it may be cloudy in Bristol, Connecticut, but Max, You are ridiculous, sir.
Kawhi is asked to do more and more offensively and carry more and more of the load, I would expect for his efficiency to go down. But it's gone up, Jay. He's even more efficient than he used to be while asked to do more, and he's not.
Once again, this idiot fails to understand. This is why you don't listen to the media. They don't know a goddamn thing about basketball. Ladies and gentlemen, so now one playoff series makes Kawhi Leonard a better player than Kobe Bryant. How many years did Kobe play in the NBA? 20 years. How many championships did he win? 5. Oh, but Kobe was only the best player on 2 championship teams. Kawhi Leonard had a very proficient NBA Finals 2014 series. But like I said before, he didn't even average 20. Yeah, he shot the ball really, really, really well. But he's only been to the finals twice. Kobe Bryant's been to the finals 7 times. Before we judge Kawhi Leonard's career we need to judge it when it's close to being over. Until then, Max, did Kobe like smash your wife that you hate him so much? Did Kobe like went into your luggage and like slipped in, a pack of weed and you got caught at the airport and it basically said "Got you, Max" by Kobe? Is that why you're so mad and hate on him?
Playing with Shaquille O'Neal.
So I want to see Kawhi Leonard do this for another 5-6 seasons.
Fair.
And if you,
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Until Kawhi does that consistently, that's why I said that this is the one year that he's actually proven that he can carry a team. But until then, that's why I said Kevin Durant is still the best, because he's done it for years. Now, for the last couple of years and all that, but I know people are going to say Kevin Durant's never really carried a team. Kevin Durant's really never been a leader and all that kind of stuff. So like I said, you guys could kind of go back and forth in the comments. I'm not really going to get into that. But I've already said why KD is the best in the world. Go check out the video on that, and you could comment it on there. But this is about Kawhi Leonard and Kobe Bryant.
so you're telling me for this small little microcosm of the frame of work, you're comparing that against the full body of work of Kobe Bryant.
No, you're
saying that he's more
misunderstanding.
clutch right now.
You're wrong, Max. You just said Kawhi is doing it more efficiently. He's a better player than Kobe Bryant was. You just said he was a better scorer and better player under pressure than Kobe Bryant. Kawhi Leonard just did that in one game where he hit a big time shot. All of a sudden, he's a better, more under pressurized player than Kobe Bryant. Oh man.
You're saying he's one more, he got Finals MVP at an early age than Kobe.
No, you're turning it into an argument about career accomplishments. Obviously, I cannot do
No,
that.
I'm talking
with
about
Kawhi.
being clutch.
I'm talking about what
being.
Wow, look at Max. You see how you tried to change the argument saying this is about career accomplishments? Sir, you just said that it's a fair point that if Kawhi proves himself in the next 5 to 6 years, if he could consistently do this. Max, you were the one that just put out a career accomplishment, that Kobe at Kawhi Leonard's age was not a finals MVP. You just said that. Look at that. You got caught in your own bias and you just lied, my friend.
Clutch to me is it has to be sustained over a legitimate amount of time, and you have to own that you have to carry that weight during that same amount.
Which is what Kobe Bryant exactly did. I mean, for a long period of time. But, according to Max, Kobe had Shaquille O'Neal. Okay, but that was for the first three-peat. Besides, Kobe really started to take the reins of the Lakers, but part of that was because Shaq really opened the door. That was on Shaq.
Kawhi hasn't done that yet. What's the point in that conversation? We're talking
you're
about what we've
future,
seen
but we're talking about have you been more
We're talking about what we've seen from Kawhi so far. Is that better or worse than what we'd seen from Kobe to that point in the clutch? And I'm telling you, Kawhi is a better clutch performer than Kobe.
I don't agree with that, Max. I'm sorry. You sound ridiculous with that. Ladies and gentlemen, this is why Max Kellermann is a true clown at the highest levels. You can't take anything that this guy does seriously. I mean, he does work for the ESPN and he dick rides LeBron to the T. I mean, he sits at the very tip when LeBron's about to give him that with the nuts in his mouth and all that, man. But anyway, man, this is your boy Lewis with another one. Let me know what you guys think in the comments as always, man. Like, what do you guys think about this situation, man? Anyway, man, bless up, one love, peace. Thanks for watching.